A nurse left me a voicemail saying my dad's secret partner was in the ICU, and he had listed ME as the emergency contact. We hadn't spoken in 2 years. My stomach dropped like an elevator snapped. That was when I knew he still thought my no didn't count. 2 years earlier, my mom found out he wasn't just cheating. He had a whole second life, a partner, a toddler, and another baby on the way. I was 17 when it blew up. Mom kicked him out and filed for divorce. The judge said I could choose contact. I chose none. Dad treated no contact like a challenge. Texts, emails, drive-bys, always the same pitch. The kids are innocent. You need to know your half-siblings. I blocked him. When he got around it, my mom changed my number. Then about 6 weeks ago, an unknown number popped up. I answered because I was waiting on a job call. It was my dad. Frantic. It's an emergency. She's at the hospital. Daycare closes soon. He fired off an address like I worked for him. I need you to pick them up and watch them. No. His voice flipped instantly. What? Are you serious? This is an emergency. You have to. I hung up. He called 9 more times. Then the texts poured in. Rage. Please. Accusations. I went to my mom, shaking. She didn't blink. Block it. He's not your problem. So I did. A few days later, a new number. Now it was cancer. She's gravely ill. I need real help with the kids. Not one favor. A permanent role. And I couldn't stop wondering how he even had my new number. My grandmother answered that. She called and skipped the hello. Your father is under immense pressure, and you're acting shamefully. I felt my face heat up. Did you give him my number? She paused. It was an emergency. He's our son. I told her she had crossed a line. I told her I went no contact for a reason. Then I blocked her. I blocked my grandfather too after he called me petulant. The calls kept coming from new numbers. I stopped checking voicemail. I kept my phone on silent. Even when I ignored it, I still felt it under my skin, like a buzzing wire. I started waking up at night with my heart racing. Eventually, I started therapy because I was unraveling in ways I couldn't explain. One night, I forgot to silence my phone. I answered by reflex. A child was crying in the background. My dad sounded wrecked. Please just talk to me. I hung up and blocked him again, hands shaking. 3 weeks later, I got that voicemail. First, I saw the transcript preview. I see you. Then I hit play anyway, stupidly. Next, a calm nurse voice filled my room. After that, she said my dad's partner was critical again. Then she said my dad listed me as a secondary contact. Next, she asked if I could come to help with childcare. After that, I slid down the wall and couldn't breathe. He had volunteered me like I was property. When I told my mom, she went pale. We're fixing this legally, she said. It didn't stop there. My grandparents showed up at our door and tried to lecture my mom. We need to talk to him. This has gone on long enough. My mom, usually quiet, finally snapped. You don't get to rewrite reality because you miss it. They left after she threatened to call the police. 2 months later, a social worker called my mom about kinship placement. My dad had given them our names for his kids. I took the phone. Do you have contact with him? No. Would you take the children if things worsen? No, absolutely not. She just said, thank you for being honest, and promise not to contact us again. Hearing a boundary get respected felt unreal. After that, my dad's messages turned hollow. I can't sleep. She's getting worse. They need someone. One preview flashed before I deleted it. Maybe you'll care when it's too late. My therapist called it emotional blackmail. I didn't need the label to feel the hook in it. My knees almost buckled at work, not from guilt, but from how calculated it was. Then his partner's sister found me after my shift. She looked wrecked. I'm not here to fight, she said. She's not doing well. He's drowning. I didn't debate. I didn't comfort. I'm not involved. Her face crumpled. I walked away. I cried later at my sink, furious that any of it still had weight. A month ago, everything went silent. No calls, no texts, just quiet that sat like a stone in my gut. Maybe the system stepped in. Maybe he ran out of ways to reach me. Either way, my answer stayed the same. An emergency didn't erase betrayal. Biology didn't override consent. And I wasn't the foundation holding up the house of cards he built.